Today I've set myself a challenge that I've never done before, but I want to try my very best to design, market and sell a new product in 5 hours. You may be thinking, why would I want to do that? But one, I really feel like I need a challenge right now. And two, I want to see if I can do it. And three, I think it'll be quite fun. If you're new here, hi, my name is Tasha and I'm the illustrator and founder of Coco Natasha, a brand that's inspired by happy, uplifting, cute illustrations aimed towards creatives and those who like fun things. I've been working on art illustration for the last decade and even so before that, but I think it's been about 10 years since I started taking the business seriously. And in that 10 years, I've made a bunch of products, from mugs and sweaters and prints and washi tape and pouches. You name it, I think I've tried it. I actually started out making clothes or drawing on clothes, painting clothes when I started my business, when I was a teenager. It's come full circle since then, so I stopped painting t-shirts because it took so long to do. And now I find myself back creating sweaters, t-shirts, embroidered, printed, and that is like the main part of my business now. I really want to try this challenge today because I'll be using a print-on-demand company called Gelato. If you haven't heard about Gelato, look at my latest videos and you'll know all about them. But I just want to set myself this challenge because I was thinking of my younger self and thinking about if I was to look at me now and see all these clothes and all this stock behind me, I would think, how on earth am I meant to get to that level if I don't have the funds, the space, if I don't have the machinery, if I don't have the manufacturers? That's where print on demand can come in. So I'll be using Gelato for today's challenge, but more on them later. I want to design a new sweater or a new t-shirt because I always get asked if I can make larger sizes. You know, I can, but as I can't because it is so expensive to get small, medium, large, XL and 2XL in stock, not only just to get them in stock, but to keep them in stock. For cash flow reasons, I just find it so difficult to get a range of colours in such a large range of sizes. It's something that I've always wanted to do. It's just very difficult. But with print on demand, I'm hoping I can create a larger size range. I can go from maybe extra small to 3, 4, 5XL without me having to fork out tons of money and get the stock beforehand. If you don't know what print on demand is, it's basically a business model which allows you to design anything from home goods to apparel to mugs to stationery without having to invest the money all the time. The customer can place an order and orders are all created when an order is placed. So there's no waste, there's no bulk buying, you stop. And most of the time, the order is actually shipped from the country that the customer's in themselves. So that saves a ton on shipping fees as well, which means you can ship globally if you wanted to. So if you have a passion for design and you've always wanted to start your own business, or you want to start something on the side, or even just make a little money from your hobby, I think this is a great way to start, especially if you feel like you don't really have the time to spend doing everything yourself, like packing, shipping. It's very time consuming. Or maybe you're just looking to start somewhere, and I think Gelato is a really great place to start. Now, in theory, this all sounds great, but let's see if we can actually do it. I want to try and design, market, and sell a product within 5 hours using Gelato. I have a mood board. Let me show you my mood board. So this is actually my spring summer themed mood board. I have some flowers, I have some beachy scenes on here, I have like some snack based things. So I feel like it's still not refined enough, but I still wanted to bring like sunshine, happy, positive vibes. Then also I know that my audience are very creative. They love their creativity based designs, like my Making Magic design, Making It Up As I Go design, the small business design. They are the 3 top bestsellers in my shop. So I'm not sure which route to go down, but I'm gonna start a timer for 5 hours and hopefully that'll kick my butt into gear and we will design something. I think I'm gonna spend maybe an hour or 2 in the design stage, and then I want a lot of time on the marketing stage creating mock-ups, because that is just as important as the design itself when it comes to selling. And then the final hour I think will be just making sure it integrates to my shop correctly and making like emails, maybe a Patreon post, Instagram post and stuff like that. So let's start the timer. 5 hours, counting down. Can we do it? You know what? I've actually never made a proper drawstring hoodie before with a pocket on the front. And this one is unisex and it goes up to, I think, 5XL, depending on the colours. So I think I might choose this product. I think I need to just sit down and just start designing and get everything from my head onto the screen without thinking too much about it. Okay, we're doing good for time. It's actually only been not even 30 minutes yet. I've already changed my mind as to what I want to create. So initially I wanted to go down the sunshine, good vibes, snacks sort of route. I had looked at my mood board and the designs I have already and made this cute little design. But I don't know, I just wasn't feeling passionate or excited about this design, even though I love it and I would like to make it. I think I will still make it. I then started thinking about my customers and my audience who love being creative, and that is I guess what represents Coco Natasha the most is like the creativity side of things, and people just love making. And so I went back to a really old design that I made maybe like in 2016. You can see my style has somewhat changed and developed over the years because I don't work in this style anymore, even though I really, really love it. But I made this sticker set and I really liked this slogan, Maker's Gonna Make, and this is a really popular slogan. I always put slogans with my illustrations, but I've never made a design or shirt that's just a slogan. And I really like the layout and composition of this and the fonts, but I wanted to tweak it a bit and make it a bit more 2025. So I updated it and this is how it looks. It's much more, I would say, on brand. It's a little grown up compared to the previous design. I've removed the outlines. I'm thinking of keeping it all just one colour and then a few little stars as the illustrations. But I want to keep it so neutral so that it applies to a bunch of creatives no matter what your niche is. It's simple and I'm trying to keep it simple, although I find that really hard. I always like to add things and think, is this it? Is it done? But I think it's done. I think that is it, and I think because it's just two colours, it'll lend itself to embroidery really well. Also, because this design is like landscape, I think it'll make a really nice chest piece, and I think it'll look good on white. And the good news is the white goes up to 5XL. I've never been able to cater for so many sizes before, so I'm super excited. Now I'm going to upload it to the website, to Gelato, and make some mock-ups. By the way, this is the timer at the minute. It has been 32 minutes. The design stage helped because I already had this design sort of like years ago, so I didn't spend as much time as I thought I would designing. So here's my design on Gelato. This is the white hoodie, and I'm just going to choose my file and drop it in. Oh, okay. And then I can choose the thread colours up here. The yellow is perfect. I just want to change the grey to pink. It might be a bit darker than I'm used to, but it's still cute. So here's where you can choose which colours you want in the hoodie and what sizes you want. I thought it went up to 5XL, but they only go up to 3XL for some reason. But it's still a size that I was unable to cater for before, so I'm happy that we get to do small to 3XL. And these are the colours I've chosen. So we have white, light pink, an ash colour. I really like this gold and the way the pink sits on top of it. We have a darker pink and then this dark forest green. So that's been added to my Shopify, but I'm going to keep it on draft for the minute just so I can type in the product description and the product title. And I want to also make my own mock-ups because I don't have the sample with me just yet. I won't be able to take photographs of the actual product yet. So for now, I'm going to try and make mock-ups that are as good as possible until I have the sample with me and I can create some amazing TikToks, amazing reels. I can wear it, I can show it how it looks. But for now, we have to make do with what we have. And what's great about Gelato is that it can integrate with so many different platforms, including Shopify, Etsy, TikTok, Amazon, and the connectivity process is actually really easy. All you do is follow the instructions step by step. I've just written the product description and I'm very happy with it. It says, a cozy staple for a creative soul. This embroidered hoodie is for the dreamers, the doers, and the makers who simply just have to make. Super soft, unisex fit, and perfect for layering, whether you're painting, designing, or just vibing with a cup of coffee. Available in 5 colours and in sizes up to 3XL, so you can find your perfect comfy fit. And now it's time to make the mock-ups. Gelato actually have a range of their mock-ups already, but I want to make my own as well. Okay, so these are the mock-ups that I have chosen for my Shopify store. I think they're pretty neutral and they'll match my aesthetic as best as I can. I have a love-hate relationship with mock-ups. I feel like as a graphic designer, I can so easily tell when something is a mock-up. But in this scenario, this is the best that I can do without having the sample with me to take photos of right now. But as soon as I get the sample, I'll be taking photos and putting my own spin on things and adding my branding and stuff. But for now, I think these are pretty good. So here is how the listing looks in my shop. I'm pretty happy with how everything looks. We have an in-depth size guide from Gelato as well. And when you choose the different colors, it syncs to the photo, which I think is pretty cool. Everything is pretty much ready to go. Now I need to figure out the marketing. I usually do big launches and countdowns and reminders and build up to launches, but I'm gonna try just being like, surprise, new product in the shop, get it now. So I'm gonna just do like a surprise Instagram story, Instagram post, and an email maybe. And I don't know whether I should order a sample first before saying the product is live, because I want to see how it looks in my hands. Maybe I'll just stick to an Instagram story so that it's not this big, huge deal, just to be on the safe side. We'll go from there. Let's get cracking. So I currently have just under 3 hours left of the timer for 5 hours, and I'm ready to go. But I think I might hold off until the sample arrives just so I can check the quality. I know it'll be fine, but I would like to see this product myself before I release it. So I've ordered a sample. I have everything ready to go, the stories I've made. So here's what I'm gonna post. Like, I've collected all the messages that I could find when I typed in hoodie on my Instagram, because I know so many people have requested them over the years. And then I was going to release it, but like this photo, I know that I can do a better one myself, and I can zoom in on the embroidered details and I can do proper nice photos. So although I like how this looks, I don't know, the perfectionist in me is taking over. So I'm going to pause the timer, order the sample, and then when the sample comes through, I'll restart the timer on 2 hours and 51 minutes. Does this defeat the point of the challenge though? I meant to do this within 5 hours, but obviously I can't order a sample and get it delivered in 5 hours. I mean, I can still release this with this mock-up, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just getting in my head a bit, and I think I'd feel better to get a sample. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna pause this timer here. It's here. It actually arrived on the weekend, so I think it took about 5 days to arrive, and I started to open it and realised what it was, and I was like, no, I'll open it on camera. So okay, the embroidery is lovely. It is very bright. That's like a neon almost. Well, I don't know, very hot pink. I'm glad I got a sample, because my mock-ups I don't think look as bright as this. So I think I'm going to take pictures of it first. Let's open it up. Oh, it feels quite nice actually. What size did I get? I got a medium, so it'd be nice and oversized. Nice pocket. What about the inside? The inside is the most important. And it's soft and fleecy. I'm really impressed with the embroidery actually. It's actually so neat. And then the inside of the embroidery, super neat and tidy. Right, let's go take some pictures. Oh, I need to start the timer again. So our timer was on 2 hours and 50 minutes left. So let's resume and keep going. So I think I'm gonna just press this first using my heat press so it gets all the creases out, and then fold it nicely and then take some pictures. I've just taken a few quick flat lays of the sweater, but I think I need to actually take some pictures of me wearing it, because it's nice to get a little reference for the size. So let's try and get this on without getting any makeup on it. Ah, so cozy. So this is a medium. It is oversized. It is unisex size. Oh, it feels so nice and cozy and warm. So I'm gonna try and take some pictures now and just see what we can get. This is how it looks. The hood is nice and big. I'm gonna try and take some selfies. got the pictures. Now it's time to edit and just put together the story post that I was planning last week. I'm wondering whether to just post to stories and leave it at that, or shall I do an email and a Patreon post? Shall I post it everywhere? I'll figure that out whilst I'm editing the pictures. One thing I have noticed is the camera makes the text look really red, so I'm gonna need to do quite a bit of color correction to make sure this looks like... This is like Barbie hot pink in real life, so maybe it's my camera that's a bit strange. And also the sweater looks blue, but it's white. I'm gonna need to edit the pictures quite a lot to make it look like what it actually looks like in real life. After. I think I'm pretty much happy with how the pictures are looking. I had to make them brighter to get the whites across, and you still can't quite see how pink that is on this camera, but it is super like highlighter bright pink. I'm going to add the photos to the website first. On the draft listing, I'll keep it as hidden for now. Maybe make an email, because I've got 2 hours and 1 minute left, and a Patreon post just to be like, surprise. I feel like this has come a bit soon though, because literally yesterday I had my biggest sample sale like ever. So I'm a bit worried about launching things constantly. You know what? I can't think too much into it because I'll never post anything if I think too much about it. So let's just go with it. So we just have under 1.5 hours left to go, and I've just drafted up this email I think I'm going to send out as soon as I can, I guess. And this is what I've made. Usually I build up to a launch and I let people know what's happening and when and what the design is and when they can expect it and everything like that. So this just feels so unnatural for me to just be like, here's a new thing. I'm like, is anyone gonna care? But I guess we'll find out. The challenge is to make, design and sell a product as quick as I can, well, within 5 hours using Gelato. So we can do it. We got 1.5 hours left. I got the email ready. I got the story posts ready, Patreon post ready, and I think that's it. It is 4:15. I'll be ready to launch it at like 5 o'clock. I've got roughly like an hour left. Everything's ready to go and the hoodie is live on the website, but no one knows about it yet. I think I'm just gonna zhuzh up the homepage because I have an hour left to go and then just press post. Okay, we are currently on 36 minutes left, and I think it's time to stop putting it off. It's time to just put it live and post on my stories. So it is on the website, we are connected. Let's just push it to live. I need to schedule, no, I'm gonna just send the email. I'm gonna just send the Patreon post, and I'm gonna need to go on my phone and post the stories. So I'll be back in a second. It's done, oh my gosh. Can't believe I just did all that. But yeah, I feel like this is a really quick, simple and easy way to expand or start your own business using print on demand. I'm so glad that I waited to have the physical sample before deciding to sell, because the embroidery was a lot brighter than I expected. And I think this comes across well on the photos that I was able to take now. So although I didn't do it in 5 consecutive hours, I think it was a good idea not to. If you wanted to do things like art prints or things that have easier mock-ups to make, if this was printed or like DTF, I think I wouldn't have needed to wait for the sample so much, but because it's embroidery, you just don't know what it's going to look like in person. You wouldn't necessarily need to wait for the sample, but I'm glad I did. So I think I'm going to stop the timer here. We are on 19 minutes and 21 seconds left, so stop. And we did it all in good time. I think the design was nice and simple, so it was easy to transfer onto this. I didn't have to design anything from scratch properly. I think I would have struggled to design something and do all of this in 5 hours. And because this is print on demand and I'm not actually doing any of the manufacturing, the packaging, the shipping, I'm just literally uploading the design, the profit margins will be a bit different. So it won't be as much as it is if you made things yourself, but then you are sacrificing the time then. So it depends on what you value more. I will do a little rundown in the next video of like what this costs to get made. I think it's just a nice, easy, quick, simple way. It means that anyone can make clothes. If you have ideas to make clothing, or you've always wanted to start your own fashion brand without forking out tons of money or investing in equipment and embroidery machines, because have you seen how expensive they are? And I will update you later if we get any sales. But we did it all in 5 hours. It wasn't consecutive, but we did it. I have really enjoyed this challenge, and it just shows me that I can make things quicker than I thought without weeks and weeks of preparation leading up to it. So if you're an artist or a designer, or you have a small business and you want to see your illustrations, your creations on things like sweaters, t-shirts, mugs, you name it, I highly recommend checking out Gelato. And if you sign up within the first 2 days, you can get 50% off your first sample, which is an amazing deal. Just click my link below and it'll take you straight there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.